Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy JCG. Welcome back to the channel. So, kind of a quick video today. I say that, and the video is going to be over 10 minutes long, but yeah, I just wanted to make this video because recently we got gameplay preview footage of Wolverine PS5 coming out next month in September. And apparently, this game is getting just completely trashed on by everyone on the internet. And some of it is kind of valid criticism. The rest of it is just stupid crap or just like slightly meaningless bull crap that people like me try not to let them bring the enjoyment down for this game, like the hype for this game. Like, I'll explain later. I didn't want to make a video about this, right? But as someone who has covered this game when it was maybe not when it was first revealed, because when it was first announced back in 2021, my YouTube channel wasn't a thing yet, right? But I did talk about it maybe once or twice in the past. I think I probably only did once because I covered the gameplay reveal trailer that came out originally back in September 2025. So I figured I should weigh in on this because, I am excited for this game. Genuinely, I am. And even though I keep saying this, but it will happen soon, even though I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. When I do get one, eventually, I am going to play this game, and I might even review it. I might do a full review of the game just to give you all my thoughts on it, from like in terms of like the story and and just how the game feels. And so far, what we've seen from the previews, the footage of this game, it does look fun. It does look like it's going to be a good time, and it's definitely the type of superhero game, definitely the type of Marvel game that we've been needing for a minute. And it's just so great to see Wolverine finally lead his own video game again. But let's get into the controversies, right? This game's getting a bunch of hate. And like I said, there's valid criticisms to be made about this game, but I do think a lot of the people trashing on Wolverine PS5, a lot of them are doing it in bad faith or just not understanding the character of Wolverine at all. Like there's some stupid some idiots just saying that one of the cutscenes of Wolverine flipping off Sabretooth with his two middle claws, they're saying that that's out of character for Logan. It's like, okay, clearly you dumbasses don't know anything about Wolverine or like Logan's personality, so that just shows me that you're LARPers. But aside from that, there's people criticizing the gameplay. They're saying that it looks kind of mid and that it's just similar to what PlayStation Sony has done with some of their other AAA single-player games in the past. And listen, I'm not here to tell people what they should and should like in a video game. If you have your preferences, that's fine. But I think you're doing a great disservice to this game, to the developers, by saying it looks mid, because nothing about this game looks mediocre or like just basic. Like, sure, the third person M-rated like hardcore action game series, yeah, sure, we've seen that over the shoulder action gameplay. We've seen that done before and stuff, right? But this is Wolverine has had a video game already where it was kind of more like the camera was more up top. The gameplay was more hack and slash inspired, and we've seen Wolverine go down that route before in gaming. So it's Insomniac doing the game like this isn't really a bad thing. It's just taking the character, the IP, into a different direction, still trying to keep it as visceral and engaging as possible and stuff, right? There's people complaining about this one section in the tutorial mission where Logan, you saw it at the beginning of this video, right? Logan is literally running towards a gate, and they're complaining about like just the fact that you're just holding down the analog stick and stuff. It's like, folks, that's the tutorial. Of course, the game is going to tell you what action to take, right? There's people complaining about the Sentinel boss fight that you've seen at the beginning, and okay, fine, fair point, right? The Sentinel boss fight is a common boss trend in gaming, where it's like the big body boss where they're cut off at the waist and they're usually just fighting you with their arms and stuff, right? Yes, that has been done plenty of other times in a bunch of other video games, especially Sony games before. So I kind of understand that criticism, and X-Men Origins Wolverine did objectively have a better Sentinel boss fight. Here's the problem, though. One, this is a prototype Sentinel, right? They even say in the clip that this is a prototype Sentinel. So, we're most likely going to see, in fact, I know we're going to see other Sentinels and maybe even fight other Sentinels in this game, because one of the other trailers that came out for the game, I think it was the story trailer, I believe, it shows that there's other Sentinels we're probably going to encounter within the game. So this is just a prototype Sentinel boss. It's not even a fully finished Sentinel robot. And two, you're right. This style of boss was done in other games before. But I didn't see people complain about it in games like Hi-Fi Rush, another hack and slash type game where that had a similar boss fight, one of the beginning boss fights in one of the first few levels, I believe. There's plenty of other games that have similar style of boss, and nobody really complained about that then. It's just stupid. Like, there's people complaining about the fact that Logan's clothes regenerate whenever he regenerates, and folks, X-Men Origins Wolverine the game literally had this feature too. That's not even an issue. It looks kind of odd, yes, but it's not that big of a deal. And of course, I don't want to get into culture war stuff, right? But there is the issue of this particular very progressive left-leaning company being involved with at least consulting on this game. Not going to say their name, but they are a crappy company. They are full of crappy people who are activists and not real gamers. So far, though, we haven't even seen much of their influence in this game. So I'm not going to just write off this game solely because they might be attached to it, as long as we don't see any like major like social justice-y type of crap plaguing the game in terms of like a story perspective, or I don't know. But yeah, I really don't like talking about culture war stuff on my channel, right? Look, all in all, folks, Wolverine PS5 is getting both fair and unfair criticism. And I'm just here to tell you that this game does not look bad by any means. It does not look mid. I don't believe it's going to be mid. If you're not excited, that's fine. We don't have to like or enjoy the same thing. But I think you're being dishonest if you are saying that this game is it just looks trash. It looks like AAA slop. It doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Wolverine fan or a Marvel fan. I'm saying this because I know Insomniac have done great before, and I do believe they are going to do great again with this game. But that's all I have to say, folks. I don't want to harp on this too much. Tell me your thoughts below. Are you still excited for Wolverine PS5? Why or why not? Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back with more videos real soon. God bless. I'll see you all later. Have a good weekend. Deuces.